So real quick, this like just some freestyle thoughts type shit. I just want to state for the record a couple things. One of them being death is something throughout history of colonization, a term or a label used to make people fear the next realm overall. We are born in this world to transition. Overall, we're basically living to die and dying to live overall because at the end of the day, it's more so just the perspective of you living in your spirit living in a physical form to live an experience. But at the end of the day, we all transition at some point in time, and that's when we overall go home to wherever our mind frame is of whatever lifestyle we live throughout life to where it makes you in a way good, evil, bad, whatever, because there's different level stages of all within and as far as in our transitioning realm. And overall, I'm just saying that to say like death is not something to fear because it is a term made to make you scared. Same with the Grim Reaper and something as simple as just skeleton bones and things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. Um, what do I want to say retaining to that? It's more so on the aspect of because that's what we are, they make you fear that and the concept of them understanding that and as I said, colonization throughout history. But learn to not use the word death because it's a scary word. Learn to use the word transitioning because that's what we all have to do at some point in time. We all have to transition. We don't live forever. We are not made to live in this realm forever. So it's all based off the experience. That aside, I do want to say something retaining to that to another aspect. Voodoo is something that is another colonized word to make you fear, or another way I want to say it is it's another label of what it's a label of demonic that people use throughout colonization as well. Voodoo is just a colonized word for Vadu, which is basically just a French word for African spirituality. And overall, all African spirituality is depending on the concept and the nature and the understanding of who you are. It's more so just learning different spiritual aspects in life from within that connect to who you are and how you understand and get closer to the spirit life and the connection to Mother Natar, which is nature. You feel me? Another thing I want to say is just something like off of that label that I just used or that name that I used of Mother Natar. African spirituality or voodoo, another thing for it is when you label stuff is more so just to understand the concept of who or what God overall that is, because we are all gods in our own way and mind frame of our spirit, not this physical form. But that aside, when you say something like karma, that's labeling it off of the term of who you see the energy of what karma is to you. Karma is a woman to an extent of how the concept of it is described. No different from when they say karma's a bitch or life's a bitch or mm, what's another word? The anger is like a woman's scorn or something like that. Hell has no fury for a woman's anger. Something like, you feel me? Those terms are something to understand that those are energies of more so of feminine nature. You feel me? Compared to something like there's so many different concepts. I'm not really trying to get too deep in it, but I'm just trying to give y'all an understanding of certain things that basically is lost throughout time because knowledge is important to pass on. And once you start realizing that certain terms was just colonized words to make you fear the unknown, then you start to see things from a different perspective, a different light. Because another thing about African spirituality is. We don't necessarily, or not even just African spirituality, but spirituality in general. We don't be so close minded to be constricted and stricken by what religious aspect we are to make us feel like we can't learn something else or understand someone else's mind frame to make us grow in our own ways of whatever message or concepts we get from connecting our own dots with whatever other minds we may brainstorm with, because like I said, at the end of the day, we are all gods. And if you can understand that power within, as far as connecting with your soul and connecting with the universe within yourself, then you start to realize that gods create together. And once you do, you start to realize that we all are made in this world for our own spiritual journey and our own destiny of what fate has for us. And you understand that and unlock that and even can expand upon that by connecting with other gods and seeing them from different mind frames. Something as simple as whatever you want to do and whatever thing you may brainstorm on or connect with them as, because man, life is full of mysteries and enjoyable ones too, once you understand it. Real quick, I just want to give a better clarification of what I was talking about with the karma concept of labeling energies. This, for example, is me. This is the energy that I bring and manifest within myself. I am a king overall and I'm a god overall. You see what I be told, you see how I am. This is my lifestyle of what I think and who I appear to be in real life. That's who I am. And that's what I mean by even the label of saying something like karma is a bitch. It's the energy from it. Another concept. This right here. This is my financial guidance. This is Uncle Lucky to me. You feel me? That's his name. He's one of my spiritual gurus that guides me into making financial decisions very smartly. He doesn't just attract money, but he also advises and what's the word I use? Shows me and teaches me how to also think about it smarter in a way. You feel me? If that makes sense to y'all. I know it makes sense, but a lot of people it don't make sense too. But like I said, overall, it's just understanding the concepts of not being closed minded and understanding the energies and spirituality of what and who you manifest and how you manifest it into your life. And another thing I want to state out, as I said, you don't fear death. You appreciate the transition of what the next realm can bring to you. So all I'm saying is, once you understand and appreciate the the journey of what the transition leads to, you understand and accept it and love it, as far as understanding the journey enough to enjoy life for what it is until you transition to the next world and see what the next realm brings to you. Overall, you do not fear death, because this is a concept for you to fear. When you don't die, you transition. Your body does not shut down. Your body does not just disappear forever. I mean, your spirit does not die. Your spirit does not transition into a fear of good or bad, or like I said, it depends on who you are and how you live your life, because your mind manifests what you are and your spirit knows who you are before your body do. But overall, don't fear death, because it's not death that it is called transitioning to the next realm or the next life. My dashboard used to be filled with obituaries of just people that I missed, but I had to understand that it's what I'm manifesting that brings it to reality. And because of that, this right here, this voodoo doll, is not necessarily for fear, but more so for me to replace my sadness of my obituaries as a reminder of the next realm of transitioning into something positive, as one day we all gonna be like this. So look forward to the ride and enjoy what you did with the people that you shared that bond with, because those memories is only temporarily gone until you transition and see them again in the home of the place that we all call home as our spirits.